Maybe they don't fit, maybe you can do them.
1-2, 1-2, 1-2. With the rain in Newstead today. Birch Avenue, Launceston. Game almost in readiness.
I did check it earlier, but it's always good for the actual person.
1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Just jumping in a little bit early today. We've got a few moments before the game starts, but probably timely to do a pre-match preview. I'm Rob Soward and welcome to Birch Avenue for what promises to be an interesting city derby between the home side, Launceston United, and the visitors, Launceston City. Spent a little bit of time talking about their last matches before they clashed here, and also their previous clash. Launceston United, I think if you were a neutral watching their last fixture here against Kingborough, you would have really been hoping for them to hold on to a draw. They were terrific that day, took the lead and were just outstanding. Their defence was terrific. Molino Shuley had them playing a really nice brand of football. Kingborough equaliser, you might remember, and then just in the shadows of the post, I think inside the last 2 or 3 minutes of regulation time, a cracking goal was the difference and got Kingborough, the visitors, the 3 points. So there was a lot to take out of that, I thought, for United. They played a really nice brand of football. Their cohesiveness was really good, and I really liked the way they set up across the back. They shut down a number of Kingborough forays forward. Really a good effort, because Kingborough on their day, as we know, can certainly do some damage to some sides, that's for sure. And up until that last couple of minutes to go, it looked like United were going to take a point from that one. It's been probably their best season since coming into the league. A nice win over the Clarence Zebras and a draw against Riverside Olympic. And as I said, certainly some patches in other games where they've been quite good, but that last game against Kingborough was terrific. So they'll be hopeful today, and what would have given them hope when I swing to the visitors in City, they would get a bit of inspiration out of the work for South East United last Sunday, because in the Launceston Cup semi-final, I think, again, always talk about the neutrals in sport, I think even the most die-hard South East United fans wouldn't have dreamed of the result that they would have come away with there against the high-flying Launceston City side. City sitting 1 point off the top of the NPL and coming off a terrific win away against Glenorchy Knights, 5-1, I think that was. Travelled down to South East United, and despite dominating the shots on goal and possession, found themselves on the wrong end of a 2-0 defeat, which cost them a shot, obviously, at that Launceston Cup final against South Hobart. So if there is anything in sport as a good loss for Launceston City, that might be it, because I'm sure that Coach Daniel Sison would have spent the week just revisiting the really important things that they need to do if they are to maintain their challenge on the title, and going away and taking a side easy is not one of them. So that would certainly give Launceston United some hope today, I'm sure, because I think Launceston City would start favourites, but United, as I said, plenty of ticker in that last game and did some great stuff. So we've had City on the broadcast a couple of times, and again, if I'm being critical, if I'm looking at it from a how would I attack City sort of viewpoint, City have played really well in patches within their games. We covered a game up at Prospect against Clarence Zebras, again, who defended really well. And I think City ended up managing a couple of goals inside of 10 minutes there to put that one away. And similarly against Kingborough, had a lot of play, didn't score, and once again, just patches of brilliance got them over the line. So United will be confident today. It's a almost winter, obviously ticking over to the end of May. We've had a bit of rain in Launceston overnight, around about 16 mil, which is a fair bit of rain considering we haven't had any for a few weeks now. So a little bit sticky underfoot. Light breeze. We're playing here at Birch Avenue, the river not too far away from us, so the breeze usually does spring up in the afternoon. We've got the early fixture today with the NPL, and we've got the Women's Super League coming at 2:30. So the guys have got the early kick-off today. The women usually have that 12:15 slot, but today the guys are kicking off early. So some changes to both sides too, just going through the changes for City. A big out for them is Angus Taylor, who has been a real find and real recruit for them this season. They've he's been absolutely terrific and a real difference maker in the games we've called of them. And coach is just shaking hands in front of us there at the moment. Always great to see Lino Shuley, the man in charge at United, doing a great job, and Daniel Sison, the coach from Launceston City. So it's players are just lined up ready to come onto the field. So yeah, as I said, it actually feels like a spring day rather than a winter day, given it's not cold. It was about 13 degrees when I jumped out of the car before. So certainly not one of those depths of winter clashes that we've got to look forward to in coming weeks, that's for sure. So all in readiness as the players move out. What a massive week it's been in football around the world. Since we last chatted, Crystal Palace, who would have thought that when we talk about the magic of the Cup, over Manchester City in the FA Cup last Saturday night Australian time, and what a great result during the week for Big Ange and Tottenham, and long-suffering Tottenham fans I know were wrapped with that 1-0 win in the Europa League over Manchester United. So been a terrific week getting to the end of those competitions. Still obviously a stack of action left in this NPL competition this season. Plenty of football left in it, and what a great competition it's been too, just going through the table. South Hobart, Launceston City, I've mentioned, Glenorchy Knights, last year's champions, Devonport, all up there within a couple of points of each other. So it's one of those games, and again, just harking back on the importance of this fixture for both sides. United will certainly want to, as I said, put their improved form on display for their fans here today. But for City, this is a game for City. I talk about the old City. City in the last few seasons have been one of those sides that have just been able to deliver outstanding performances against sides like a Devonport or a South Hobart or a Knights for that matter. You know, take the points there, but then come and play a side that people expect them to beat and maybe just get through or a draw, or in worst case, I know against Olympic, I think a loss a couple of seasons ago. So it's just one that you've got to win if you are going to be serious about your championship aspirations, that's for sure, because you know, these are the games that are critical. You know that you're going to run into a tough opponent at the top of the table somewhere, but these are the ones that you need to work really hard and make sure that you put beyond doubt. Almost all in readiness, the United huddle break, and players move into position. David Owusu, really impressed with him in the last match. Thought he did a lot of good hard work for United in that Kingborough clash, and similarly his counterpart standing over the ball, Kingsley Eshun, I thought he was good too. So we'll see if the men in blue are up to it today.
You want the commentator? Because I'll have to switch the menu and then see if I can get him.
Okay, we're underway. United running to the right of screen.
Doesn't the camera automatically change things? Right, okay. Right, I'll do that one up then.
City usually so well organised at the back. Long ball forward there. Went over Mac Wilcox's head. Hashimoto sends it inside Talk about impressive young players. Alec Harris, what a goal from him up at Prospect in that fixture we covered against Kingborough. An absolute cracker. Young player with plenty of heart and ticker, and it really impressed me. Always great to see those young players coming through, and City have got a few of them, and certainly no doubt as to why they're much improved this year, Launceston City, when you've got those young talents coming through your squad. Chopped off there by Yeshun. Not control on that occasion. I think that was off Bauman. Sorry, Zach Milic. City ball. Wilcox with a foot on that. Bit of a foot race here, but I'd have my money on Tyson Matthews. Another younger player showing some good things. Starting today. Come off the bench a couple of times in games we've called. It was Will Humphrey. He's impressive at the back too. Latinovich, real general back there for him. Well, keeper slips over. Luck's a fortune though. Nash quickly regaining his feet there. There's Charles Reynolds, the taller player there for United. He's someone who impressed me in that last fixture too. He did some really, really good stuff. You can see the players are just adjusting their movements there. This is a little bit sticky. As I said, 16 mil overnight here in Launceston. A bit more rain today, more showers than torrential. Latinovich sends that one long up the sidelines in the Terry Swaby direction. Swaby keeps it in. Sends it goalwards, looking for someone to assist. Goes over Wilcox's head. You can see that set up in that breeze that I mentioned. Milic turned over. Deflection there. Chwatchik. Beautiful ball for Swaby. Just doesn't quite control it. Brought down. Referee says that's okay. It's on the ball. Beautifully weighted ball there from Humphrey. Chwatchik, Latinovich. Back to Clark. Oh, City player collected there. Ref says play on. Humphrey, he's had a bit of it early. Emil Latinovich direct play from the back for City, and both critically important players. Sends Tyson Matthews a challenge, and just a little heavy that ball on that occasion. Sideline the winner, and it'll be a throw, and Reynolds will take that for Launceston United. As I said, very impressive Reynolds in the last match we called down here against Kingborough. Young player, did some really, really good things. He's picked something out there. I think that might have been Ashun. Bit of a push on the City player when the ball was in the air. Humphrey will wander over and take that free kick just in front of the Launceston United Soccer Club rooms. Good crowd there for the City derby under the shaded area, which is nice on a drizzly day. And a few people inside around that fire looking out those glass windows that offer a nice view of the pitch. Wilcox right on halfway. Again, that's got a few too many herbs on it. And that'll almost be the same place Reynolds threw in from a moment ago. We played just over 5 minutes here at Birch Avenue. Rob Soward bringing you this Launceston United, Launceston City NPL fixture. And we don't have a score as yet. We haven't had a shot on goal as yet. It's been a bit of end-to-end sort of stuff. Players just finding their feet and their control. Hashimoto back to Wilcox. It's a nice ball. Needs someone running onto it. Deflection there on that occasion from Jack Bauman. And we're going to have the first corner of the game. First corner of the game. Bodies moving in the box. Out of the way. Foot race on. Bauman wins the race. Ooh. Picked the City player out who slipped over at the crucial time. Hashimoto.
Higher up. Keep going. Harold, stay in the centre.
Up free.
Keep driving then, home.
Hashimoto. Wilcox.
Again if you need, home.
Mac Wilcox goes inside and goes back. Bobby's working hard up front there for City. Fujishiro. Swaby pushed off the ball. Here by the United defenders.
Face forward, Woody! Look at the line! Go forward, Dave! Go forward!
Swaby, deflection. Gets his own ball. He's going to win the race for this! Terry Swaby! Oh dear. United player down there in back play. Hope he's okay. By Dalton Bauman. Well, just I'm in a little bit of disbelief here at the moment. United talked them up about being well organised at the back there. There was confusion and Swaby chased the deflection and put it in the back of the net. No trouble at all. So we've just ticked over 8 minutes here at Birch Avenue. Terry Swaby opens the scoring for Launceston City and gives them the lead. 1-0 to 0. Reynolds. We'll see how United regroup here, because regroup they need to. Going down early certainly makes their task a lot harder. That was a bad mistake. It's just ploughed out there by Woodland. That'll be a City ball, a United ball, excuse me. Just far side there, their side of halfway.
Someone go forward to it!
Acres are supposed to work in. Long ball in the Wilcox direction. Just bounce not working for him. Sideline the winner, and that'll be a United throw. You can see that they're trying to play that game, sending that long ball for players like Wilcox and Swaby to run onto. They've got pace to burn.
Get up, Chris! Get up there, Chris!
A different rule. Be careful, Lachlan Clark. I was very, very impressed with in the last fixture with Kingsley Eshun and his work ethic on just chasing back and putting that pressure on the keeper, and you saw a really good example of that there. Ball up the other end, foot race on. There's Milic and Wilcox. He's got a bit of toe, those boys. Sideline with the end line was the winner on that occasion. Bauman pumps it in. Not at inboard. Chance here for United. Changes the angle. Finds Reynolds on the far side. He's shut down. That's a really beautiful piece of play there. Tyson Matthews not mucking around at all. Matthews, he's just about put that one into St Leonard's. Taking no chances.
Good early, Matt, good early.
I've seen a couple of City games where they've played a bit more possession. Today they're looking to move that ball quickly out of the back third. And one of their runners, as I said, the Swabies and the Wilcoxes of the world. We saw Clarence United, I should say, highly effectively close them down. And much of that game up at Prospect and gave them no space to work, really. Possessed the ball today, finding a bit more space early and sending some balls into space for those pacey players to run onto. One of them there, Mac Wilcox. Scott Hashimoto. Bauman on his hammer. Bauman again taking no chances. Sends that one in the other direction. It's almost landed at Waverley. So no chances taken in clearing the area. Good trait for a defender to have. Doesn't matter if it goes out by a centimetre or 100 metres, as long as you've got it out of there. That's the main thing. Got another corner. Sits up into Breeze. Tinovich. Wilcox missed kick. Opportunity here for Eshun on the quick breakaway. There's an opportunity for United. Just nicely done there by Hashimoto. Got his body in the road. Still in danger though. Wilcox. Touch on there. Nicely done, Alec Harris. Bauman's just about taking the cameraman and the commentator out on that one. Yeah, that's thud into the back of the net. Any sides needing goalkeepers, we've got a couple of men up here in the commentary box just up to it. Did very well there. Opportunity here for City. Chopped off in the middle. Milic. Back to Daniel Nash. Yeah, Dalton Bauman certainly had some power on that one. Thought the commentary box was exploding there when that hit the side wall. Chick.
Brilliant, Daniel.
And himself a free kick.
Take care with this. Quality.
After he steps up. Sends it in nicely. Struck Swaby over his head, punched away by Nash.
Hold it!
Jashuro in action over there and he'll win the throw. Takes it quickly. Back to Latinovich. Goes back to Clark. Clark's looking for Wilcox. Dispossessed, nicely done. And he's dispossessed, nicely done, Hashimoto. Nice run forward. Swaby, deflection. Works again. Chopped off in the middle by Woodland. The skipper sends it goalwards. Something to think about, but power and direction not on that shot. One of the things about Terry Swaby that really impresses me is his ability just to fight on and play the moment out. Too often you will see in some strikers, they're just, a bit one way, but Swaby you've just got to play the moment out, and he does that all the time. And there's been a number of times we've called his goals that he scored that just purely through effort, and second and third and fourth and times fifth efforts in his running and his chasing and his tackling and just his game awareness. So he's such an important player for this Launceston City side. And he's also one of those guys who just makes the keeper really aware of what they're doing, because there's just never an easy moment when he's in the vicinity. So kick knocked off the ball there by Sean. With your body. Deflection. Nicely fought there on that occasion. There's Christian Byard. He certainly leaves nothing in the tank in terms of his effort. He was another player impressed me in that last outing against Kingborough. So here for United. And Sean. What's the black shirts in front of him? Humphrey just pumps that out. There's
Well done, Alex.
Alex Short. Another young player. Some good touches. Just got this up, ready to throw it in. Gain the longer throw this time. Byard trying to get that one. City in the way. Ball sits up in the Eshun direction. They're away there. City away. Shimoto Fujishura. Or deflection. Bauman. Keeps it out of the commentary box on this occasion. Wojcik. Milic. Reynolds. Beautifully done, Reynolds. Cuts inside. City defender tackle on the ball. That absolute textbook there. I'll come back to that in a minute. We've got to stop and play. Reynolds again. Dangerous position. It's a corner.
Well done, Charlie.
Many young players are watching out there. Textbook tackle a moment ago. Just dangerous position where you're at risk of giving away a penalty, but just complete ball on that occasion. So a nice little textbook effort there. United have earned their first corner. So we'll see what they can conjure up to try and square things up here. Dangerous, beats everyone.
Got me tallest bloke taking a corner.
Must have had a fingertip on that there from Lachlan Clark, I reckon, because we're going to get a corner on the other side.
Yeah, turn and get back in.
Goes for a short ball, short, back to Owusu. I'm sorry, Eshun. Eshun sends that goal, with no power on it though. Blasted out by Humphrey. That was Eshun. Ball runs out of space. Beautifully done. Great defence
well
there.
done, Alex.
Humphrey.
Back off, Kingsley. Let's go. Let's go, Dave. Back off.
Promising little passage there for United.
Turn around. Turn around.
Not able to penetrate that City defence on that occasion.
Don't let him out, Eddie.
We've just played 20 minutes here at Birch Avenue. Rob Sow bring you the City derby between Launceston United, the hosts, and Launceston City, the visitors. The visitors have a 1-0 lead. And they're looking to add to that now through the goal scorer himself, Swaby. Cuts inside. Nothing on that one, no, not enough power in Nash. Daniel Nash, the Launceston United custodian, not troubled at all on that occasion. So, City holding the lead. It's probably the only real opportunity that they've had. It goes over Bauman's head. Nash plays it back to him. Short pulling there. Got the boot on the calf. Going out to have a look at the skipper. just having a quiet word about that. So Jack Woodland gets up and looks like he screwed his leg back on. So just adjusting his shin guard. Always a nasty place to get kicked there. From the ankle and back of the knee. Waiting for the whistle, I think. No, he's underway. Sends it towards Wilcox. Plays it back to Swaby. Swaby runs out of real estate. Nicely defended United. Wilcox sends that goalwards, nodded on by Bauman. Well done, Harris. That's a promising young player. Good pace too, cuts inside. It's a good battle out there with another promising young player. There's Dalton Bauman. Very nice little battle out there, those two. Like Wojcik trying to keep that in, but not quite on that occasion. Dalton Bauman starting today, came on as a sub in the last fixture. And certainly youngsters here in Leno Shawley's squad. Referee's found something there. Free kick City taken very quickly. Until it gets back to Humphrey. Humphrey sends that one goalwards. Nash not troubled at all there. I wasn't sure if that was meant to be a pass. And if Syson, you could probably hear his displeasure over the microphone. Rusu winning possession there, goes back to Bauman. Bauman of the Jack variety. Ball turned over in the middle. Skipper Woodland moving well. Wilcox, opportunity here. Sliding tackle there from Jack Bauman. Just before Mac Wilcox could get his boot onto that. And Humphries just blasted that one out. Safely over the commentary box on that occasion.
Young legs.
I didn't realise there was a gate right there.
Yeah.
That's handy.
And my man and I breathe a sigh of relief after that earlier piece of danger. Wilson slips over.
Stand up, Chris.
Wojcik nicely done. Swaby. Pressure from Bauman. Short pulling both ways. I thought it might have been more one way than the other. Quickly taken free kick there by City. Woodland cuts through the middle. Sends it long in the Harris direction. Harris cleans Bauman up. The referee said that was unfair, and that will be a United free kick. As I said, a really nice battle on that far side between those two youngsters, Bauman and Harris. There's Matthew, sorry, on that occasion. The far side there. Another youngster. Just terrific for the future of Tasmanian football and here in the north to see such talented youngsters coming through, playing at the highest level. It's just fantastic. And full congratulations to both Launceston United and Launceston City for their work in developing their young players. It's future of the game. Opportunity here for Wilcox, traps it. Outsmarted himself a bit there, Mac Wilcox, on that occasion. Goal kick there to United. At a time in the Tasmanian sports landscape where there are so many options for young people. Success of the basketball team, the Jack Jumpers, the AFL team on the horizon, obviously. It's just terrific to see in the beautiful game of football how these clubs are developing their young people. United trying to conjure something up here and find that equaliser. Reynolds. Back to the keeper. It's got a bit of risk on it. Nicely done. Throw here for Zach Milic.
Spin, Chrissy! Come on, please, get one, Zach! Keys, come on! You've got so much time.
Short.
Go, Shorty!
Nicely done there, Matt Wilcox.
Yes!
So runners breaking forward for him. Harris was on a run, cut back inside. Humphrey. Shimoda. Humphrey. City building. Not given any space though by the United defence, which is important. Martinovic sits it up. A nice run here. Collected on the way through there was Hashimoto. Slowed his run. Woodland controlling it at the back. He's moving okay after that kick to the calf. It slowed him up there for a little while. Sits it up. Jack Bowman being good at the back there for United. He's blasted that one out. Wilcox going to take the throw, but instead opting for Hashimoto. Swaby trying to find some space, lays it off. Fujishiro dispossessed, gets it back, does Swaby, pulls the trigger and forces a save from Nash. You sort of see he didn't quite get the power on that he wanted. There certainly wasn't a real threat there. All Nash had to do was make sure he controlled it and didn't fumble it, and have someone else run in and present a threat. He was up to that task, so goes out to the far side. That's a deflection off Reynolds. Quickly taken. Seeing that a bit from City today, taking that ball quickly, getting the ball in play. Rebound. Swaby's sniffing around there. Can't quite possess it. Shimoto. Chick. Nice ball, got Swaby onside. Swaby in the keeper. Keeper wins out on this occasion. Half a chance there for Terry Swaby. Hashimoto. Woody is the call for Woodland. Pushes it back to Hashimoto, does Swaby. Hashimoto running out of real estate. Oh, beautifully struck. And just a fraction off target. He was a standing start, just let that one fly. He was a bit frustrated with himself there. He thought he should have done better. Half chance there for the men in black. City got the away strip on today. Viewers would be very familiar with that traditional black and white stripe number that's served the club so proudly over many decades. With the black away strip on today, and United in their traditional blue numbers. Back to Latinovic, common call in the City games. Usually one of his first choices, Lockie Clark. Certainly had a pretty good year between the posts.
Up we come! Take space, Hom! Take space! Take space, Hom! Keep taking it!
Humphrey. Wilcox.
Hang on!
Back in the centre circle. Eshun gets around Woodland. Opportunity here, Eshun. Nice run. Referee's not happy with that one. I reckon there might be a card. Coming over to take the sting out of things. Eshun's still down. Referee in the lines and having a chat, and this will be a yellow card for Daniel Latinovic. And he said no way, he thought he got the ball. Kingsley Eshun would probably take a different view, I would suggest. Referee laying the law down, Latinovic doing his best to argue the case, but as I often say, You get to see a referee or an official in any sport who go, you know what, you're right, I'm wrong, and you win. That's not going to happen, Daniel. So save your oxygen. So he's gone into the book, and that's going to be a free kick here over to Wusu, standing over it. Dangerous position here for United, and another opportunity for them to square things up here at Birch Avenue. Down 1-0. Wusu sits it up, nodded on, cleared out by City. Dangerous ball there, nicely taken from David Wusu. Jinx has got Swaby in front of him. He's gone back to help his defenders out.
Turn up. Good.
Milic to Bauman. To Bauman as well. I bet they've done that a few times. Opportunity here. Fujishiro on the break. Nice run. He's got Swaby outside him. Watch it. Deflection. And ball's the call there from the City bench and supporters. Referee having no, it's going to corner.
When he dives,
Come on, guys, work out.
when he's on the ground, when he dives, and he has contact out, so he's jumped over and he's got his back foot. I feel like it's a bit like a simulation.
Discussion down in front of us between the that's where he fits Mike. Corner coming here.
Harris! There's a bit close through there.
Sends it short. Didn't get it back. Sits it up. It's going to clear Bauman. Latinovic is there. Reading belts it out of there. No real pressure around the ball in the box. You can see there'll be a lot of urgency there from the City players. Fujishiro Hashimoto. Bit of 1-2 work there. Chick cleaned up. Hashimoto and Fujishiro again. Harris.
There we go, Jack, there we go!
Latinovic. As he back to Fujishiro, cuts inside. Nice run. Bauman gets the body in the way there. Harris pulls the trigger. Straight at Nash. They're working hard, City, trying to create something. Ball in dispute on that far side. United got the numbers around it. Bauman. It's Harris. Going back to go forward at the moment, City.
Stay high, Matt, stay high.
Tinovic to Humphrey across the back. Got Wilcox on the wing, keeps it in.
Even the outside.
A nice battle with him and Zach Milic. Nicely done, Mac Wilcox. Good run. Primary boot there. It's Christian Byard. As I said, he doesn't leave anything on the table or in the tank. Byard gets it out of there. Bauman held on to by Wilcox. Referee agreeing with the commentator. The City fans were too impressed with that one. They thought that might have gone the other way.
Come on, boys, lift it here. That's good work, kick on.
You've just joined us here at Birch Avenue, Launceston City up 1-0 with the agency of Terry Swaby. Early stages of the match. We're approaching Played about 36 minutes at the moment. First half. Early kick-off here today for the NPL. We've got the WSL game. Launceston United and Taroona comes here at 2:30. City organised across the back here. Wojcik, he's turned that over though. Rusu. Looking for some blue shirts to pass to. Deflection. Byard on the spot. Safely escorted through to Lachlan Clark. On that occasion. Wilcox goes inside and wants it back, and he's away. Beautiful ball for Swaby. What's Swaby got up his sleeve here? Terry Swaby straight at the keeper. Oh dear. He's got a touch on that one. Kept it in, but Humphrey will gather across the back. So opportunity there for City. Swaby, beautiful ball from Mac Wilcox. Played him into a great spot, but struck it straight at the keeper. Opportunity down the far side there for Harris. Harris sends a goal, which just doesn't quite get enough on it. He's having a great battle over there with Dalton Bauman. That's two young players finding their way. It's just great to see.
Back in T, come on! Back and more! T again!
Wilcox. Chopped out there by Jack Bauman. Shiro ends up on the deck. Hashimoto. In there against Milic. Good battles here at City Derby. These boys that know each other very, very well. Probably many of them from junior days, I suspect. Deflection there off Hashimoto, and that'll be a quick throw to United, taken by Byard. Back to Eshun. Throws it back to Milic. Short, nice tackle. Out again on the spot.
Wow.
Which pushes off. Had the hands in the numbers. And Matt Wilcox, I think a taller defender. Rusu gives it, wants it back, gets it, turns inside, trying to create. Back to Redding. He sends it with that big left foot. Deflection off Humphrey. Opportunity for Byard. Eshun runs into trouble in the form of Wojcik. Eshun, nice run, sends it. Oh, needed someone on that far post. That's belted out by the City defender. Got Tyson Matthews, but that's a corner for United. Excuse me, approaching the 40th minute in this first half. United searching for that equaliser. Short's about to send it in. Oh, nice back heel on that occasion from the United player. Real spicer that was. City player down in back play. Jack Bowen plays on quickly. Redding. Byard. Humphrey in front of him. Deflection. Be a throw. Lachlan Clark asking the question there. I reckon that'll have the same effect as the Ratinovich query early. The referee won't be changing his mind on that one. City ball. Foot race down this side here. Wilcox. Nice run, Mac. Had a couple of good runs in this first half. Dispossessed on that occasion by Milic. Deflects him back in the middle. Wusu flags up. He went up and then went down. Not sure what happened there. Because City won possession back almost immediately. Come free. Opportunity here for Wojcik. A bit too heavy though, and Nash covers that. He's up there as well, so good move natted. Wojcik found that one. He's still hanging on to that 1-0 lead as we head into the shadows of half time. Swaby, haven't seen him for a little while. Sets Harris a mission against Bauman. He's up for a go. Look at the pace. Harris, nicely done. Bauman got himself into a beautiful position there though, and that's just a heck of a battle over there between those young players. I love it. Harris. Nice skills. It's going to be a City, no, United ball. Sorry. Bauman with the throw. Moving on by Spicer. Nice touch. Finds there Shun. Just built it out over the sideline by Latinovic. So there hasn't been a stack of chances in this first half. Good one created by City on the back of a United mistake resulted in that goal. Short, trying to find something there for United. Blue ball, you heard the call there. Blue ball. Throw. City certainly won't want to concede something here this close to half time. It's always that dangerous time, isn't it? So heading into a break. Concentration drops off a little bit. Sometimes things can happen. Ryard sends it goalwards looking for a teammate, and that's got into the back of the net. Oh! Put the kiss of death on them. Reynolds just nodded that in, and we've got it all square at Birch Avenue.
Keep it tight now.
Well, as they've shown United, they're just dangerous, and Reynolds on that occasion talked him up about his game against Kingborough, but Byard was in a dangerous position and just sent that goalwards, and all he needed was someone on that far post, and he found someone, and she's all square. Game on. Shimoda to Wilcox, chopped out by Milic. A nice battle down this near side, Milic and Wilcox. Woodland, can we get it back? Fujishuro gives it back to Woodland. They're trying to find something here, City. Latinovic sits it up. He's got Fujishuro in a dangerous position, as is Swaby. Fujishuro upended fairly. It's ticked over regulation 45. So a couple of minutes added on, you'd think. A couple of goals and that little stoppage for Jack Woodland with that the kick in the calf. Referee's found a push off there, which was always there. Woodland had his hands in the middle of Short's back. Short having a bit of a chat to him about it. Wusu, resultant free kick.
Get a touch on this.
10 metres inside his own half, attacking half. Sits it up. Clark belts it away. Milic, elbow up on that occasion. Probably lucky that didn't connect. Bauman, he's been good for United back there. Spicer, dangerous ball. He's bobbling around in the breeze. Clark, no mistake on that occasion. Beats everyone. Swaby trying to control it, and does. Got a runner. Harris dispossessed, where he says unfairly. And free kick there to City. Too distant to that last United free kick in their half, so a little bit further perhaps. So Humphrey got a couple of players behind him, the rest of them are in the box. Actually got Will Humphrey, sits it up, bobbles around, nice nod down there from Woodland, and that's half time. So what an entertaining last few minutes here for Launceston United fans, who squared this one up after Terry Swaby gave the visitors the lead in the 8th minute. But they worked really hard, United, and found that equaliser through a good passage of play with Byard sending the ball across to the far post, where Reynolds nodded it down and in past the Launceston City custodian Lachlan Clark. So Rob Soward at Birch Avenue as the players head off for Oranges at half time. It's Launceston United 1, Launceston City 1. We'll be back shortly.
Now touring at Macca's, the new Tennessee barbecue range with smoky barbecue and honey mustard sauce, crispy onions and 100% Aussie beef. But only on tour for a limited time. Now touring at Macca's, the new Tennessee barbecue range with smoky barbecue and honey mustard sauce, crispy onions and 100% Aussie beef. But only on tour for a limited time. Now touring at Macca's, the new Tennessee barbecue range with smoky barbecue and honey mustard sauce, crispy onions and 100% Aussie beef. But only on tour for a limited time.
Well, it's probably lucky he didn't run us because there were three of us here. Bloody oath. Yeah.
Take that out. Huh? Under 21? What side are we striking? This way. Huh? There's some city people up there. Where's the way? There's that dude that always comes from that man.
Two bets.
Very well now. Oh, right. Right, some minutes to be changed. Good. Good.
Get behind your tongue. Get behind your tongue.
Go, boys, come on! Go, Hale, keep working, keep working.
Watch your running! Stand up, go!
Daniel! Catch it up, please! Take the ball!
Underway here at Birch Avenue, all square.
Stand up, go!
Launceston United won, Launceston City won. So all to do for both sides. I certainly suspect the message in the change rooms is a little different.
Sort it out!
Both teams.
He's got behind you, Chris!
Swaby keeps it in. The little ball back inside, the Bauman just belts it out of there. We'll see. Nice little battle down this near side. Troy, substitute at half time, just come on. As I said, message would be different in both rooms. I think they'll surely be delighted with the efforts of United. City looking a little lethargic, I guess, if I was being brutally honest, in the first half. Really capitalising on a mistake, but didn't create a whole stack of other opportunities. There were perhaps one or maybe two. Beautifully worked piece of play down this side. You might recall Wilcox put Swaby in a beautiful spot, and Swaby struck his shot directly at Nash, the keeper. So you need to do something here, City. As I said, it's a real danger game for them. Wojcik.
Wide we get it for.
Reflection there off Bauman. Corner. City can do with this opportunity. Very early stages of this second half, 1-1. To do battle. Opportunity, deflection! 2-1 City! Beautifully taken, Shoto Fujishiro. I think it did cop a body on the way through. Doesn't matter, it's 2-1. So City break the deadlock, early stages, second half here at Birch Avenue. Just a dangerous position, obviously that corner, lots of bodies in the box. Fujishiro took it first time and struck it, and it looked like it did cop a deflection, so the United custodian Daniel Nash not having much opportunity to keep that one out. Let's see when we get to look at the replay, see that actually came off. But Shiro was the man on the spot. Sean, nice run, keeps it in. Reynolds sends it inboard. It's the new man on the park, Choi. Zest. Wilcox down that far side. Swaby goes back, not his best work there. There's an opportunity for Kingsley Eshun. Nice run. He's got Fujishiro pulling on his shirt. It was pulling on his shirt. Player down there, looks like Swaby. He said that's a foul. Clark happy with the decision. Breeze starting to pick up a little bit here at Birch Avenue. As I said, it does here. The river's only a short distance away. North Esk River. Timely boot there. Mawusu. Short.
Good, Daniel.
Bowman. Sorry, that's Reynolds. Both tall young players. Short, gets it back, sends it goalwards. And as far as Latinovic, sits there for Eshun, pulls the trigger, goes again. Like shirt's all in front of him, so it was that's the fortune there for City. Harris right in front of him at the moment. That's a heck of a battle in the first half. Dalton Bowman, young Alec Harris. Just those young players making their way. Quick ball through there for Wilcox. Got acres of space in front of him if he can keep it in, which he does. Cuts inside. Wilcox. Opportunity. Run out of real estate. Going to be a corner. A couple of corners in quick succession here for the men in black.
Take that middle space.
Alec Harris preparing to take that one. His last one was very successful. We saw Fujishiro control the ball and, as I said, get a shot away that did top a deflection on the way through. Left Nash with no chance. Here it comes. Latinovic not to keep it in, but fraction heavy on that occasion. That breeze, as I said, it will become a bit of a factor in this half. It's picked up. See the corner flags fluttering in the background there just to give you a bit of an idea. Sun finding its way through. What you would describe, I guess, as it's almost like a spring day. It's not cold. Nudges Woodland under the ball. Wusu. Matching that. Take it quickly, short. Deflection. Latinovic belts it out of there. Maybe in the race. And Bayard has actually landed that one almost on St Leonard's Road. He's blasted the daylights out of that. This has gone over the next field and onto the apron where the cars are parked. So what have United got up their sleeves here? They were down a goal early and worked really, really hard and worked their way back into it and found that equaliser just on short of half time. And they find another one.
Hey, up we come, don't go back!
Crowd here at Birch Avenue. Very well supported. This is the United club. Eshun upended. Free kick. A minute. There's Fujishiro. Claps hands with the man who was on the ground. Right hard. So they get that United goal. Yes, couldn't quite get enough on that one to keep it in. Bowman finds Matthews. Good work, upended, and then he took a free kick there. From the City defenders. Over to Wusu. Shot. Away. Harris. Up ends and then himself a free kick. Take it. We'll see for his assistance in returning the ball. Take it. Bit of mustard on that one. Nodded over there in Wilcox's direction. Sideline for the winner. Wilcox will take this quickly, I reckon. They're trying to spread the ground here, City. Build it out next door as well, as you know, to try and clear the danger. So, interestingly poised. 10 minutes in the second half, and City regained the lead. Swaby off on a run.
Hey, take time!
It's chopped off the back there. Wojcik sends it goalwards and forces Nash to save. Beautifully done on both parts. Daniel Wojcik pulled the trigger, and Nash up for it on that occasion and pushed that one out for a corner. Same side as the other two corners this half. 3 corners in 10 minutes. So been busy. Launceston City. One of the two taken so far is successful. Will this be another? Breeze, as I said, in the factory, Alex Harris didn't adjust on that one. The ball was just curling around and pushing itself out.
Hand on.
Troy gets it back, does Bowman, short, off his shoulder. Coaches really like the look of him. He's been very lively today, as David Wojcik. Sets it up. Goes over, confused his head. The men in blue. The home side, Launceston United.
You've got to be careful of the story going up in corners. You might want to flop it. Come on!
Put a little back heel, hoping to find short.
Up we go, lads! Up we go!
Shuro, Matthews.
Good, Charlie.
Swaby, dangerous position. Wilcox pulls the trigger. Give me power on it though. And, Nash able to gather United. Jack Bowman, he goes back to Nash, and you can see what I mean about that breeze. That just sits up and it's pushed out over the sidelines, over Reynolds' head. The goal scorer for United. Very impressed with his work in the last couple of times I've seen him. Wilcox cuts through the middle, deflection off Woodland, cleared out by Byard. Humphrey dispossessed.
Yes!
Brilliant.
Near side, Harrison Brown puts that out over the sideline. Safety first. Choi. Byard gives it back to Choi. Lucy's in there, he gets it. Lucy's last year. Foot race here. Fujishiro! Oh, he's been lively today. Just able to generate tremendous power. You can see the mustard on that shot. Very impressive player. And, together every time we see him too. like any competition, when you have new players coming in from anywhere, it just takes them a little while to adjust.
Nice and tight, Chris, in case he comes back.
Shimoda and Fujishiro certainly well adjusted in this Launceston City side. There's no doubt about that. They've both been really, really good players so far today. Very good additions to the squad of Launceston City players. Swaby, speaking of good additions. Swaby on a run, opportunity. Opportunity to pull the trigger. Jack Bowman got a timely boot in there on that one. Maybe obviously having had a couple of seasons here with City and certainly been key reasons for their excellent start to this season. He's got some help this year too. He sort of has soldiered away a little bit. The addition of Angus Taylor particularly and Fujishiro and certainly helped Harris. That's better. Dangerous. Quite control that once it's nodded out into the netting at the end of the pitch. Match having the jumper fence chasing it. Played about 15 minutes in this second half. The score is Launceston City 2, Launceston United 1. After being 1-1 at half time. Finding the goals very early on from a Alec Harris corner. Shoujo Fujishiro a bit of control in the box and then a timely deflection from his powerful shot. Woodland. Blasted out into short. Sideline, that'll be City's throw. Satisfaction from the men in blue. They thought there might have been
Harold Tice, Mark.
something going on there. Substitution. The fellows coming on. Harris coming off. That's coming off. Lee's coming off. Substitutions there. Going through and Max Rawlings has come on as well. Almost put him in the combat box as well. Watch the footage in the first half. If you don't know what I'm talking about, absolute danger aplenty up here with that powerful ball. Dangerous spot there. Nash plays out of it. Swaby almost. Well, Rawlings and Swaby almost pinched that one. And a little bit too cute from United in the box there. Tyson Matthews was that other player that made way there in that substitution. Hard to get them all at once. It was just a flurry here on the sidelines of black shirts coming off and bibs coming off, and it was all happening. 3 changes from City. Fresh legs. Latinovic. Wojcik, good. As I said, he's good in it so far. Swaby. Wojcik got a bit of daylight in front of him. Upended. Dalton Bowman, fairly done. Choi. It's around Woodland. Owusu. Back to Bowman. Fine short. He's been busy, nicely done. United ball. Clever tap from Choi. She tries to keep that in, deflects off him. I should say Latinovic. Kingsley Eshun gets the better of Latinovic on that occasion, off on a run. Going to run out of real estate. There's lots of black shirts in front of him. Plays back. Choi forces Clark to save. Nicely done. Nice opportunity taken there by Sungnam Choi. And forces Lachlan Clark to parry that one away. United search for that equaliser. They trail United send that goalwards. It's gone over Owusu's head. Owusu gets it back. He's got Hashimoto on his hammer. Look at that wind gusting up. Martinez just blasts that out of there. Foot race. Swaby in a good position. Nash just gets there. He's got a bit of help there through the agency of Zach Milic and Bayard. So it was a 1-on-3 contest. Swaby almost up to it. But all just carrying through there nicely to Nash, averting the danger. He's trying to create. That's not a good ball. That's going to go to Choi. He gets around the man Riley Fellows who's just come on. Wusu. Change the angle possibly. No, goes back to where he was going to go. He's got Bayard there, uses him. Bayard nicely done, gets around Swaby, although dispossessed. Good pressure, Terry Swaby. Wojcik. Too much on that there for Rawlings. There's also a fresh man onto the park, Max Rawlings. We talk about these talented youngsters from City. He's one of them. He's been very good in some games we've covered this year. Woodland uses his strength, gets around Spicer, sends that one in the Swaby direction. I wouldn't mind betting there's a flag there, and there is. I don't think there's any doubt about that. That was always going to be offside. Terry Swaby just got himself in the wrong position there. Jack Bauman to Bayard, to Wusu. Flags up again. Bauman not happy. Opportunity here for City, trying to create something. Just a bit too heavy on that occasion. Sean trying to find some space. He's got Woodland right with him. Unfairly, says the referee. Taking a little while to get back up there. He's got Wusu standing right there next to him. He's just tying his boot up. First aid kit comes out. Could be in the need for some magic spray potentially. Coach is taking a little bit of time to have a chat. The players having time to have a drink. Shouldn't retying that shoe. Gets a bit of a hand up from the trainer. I'll walk over. It's okay, which is good. United searching for the equaliser. That's gone higher than it's gone distance-wise, that one. Sitting up in the breeze. Opportunity for a shot! Oh, plenty of power, but the GPS wasn't on that one. Just a little bit of tired defending there, I get the feeling from City. A little bit lethargic getting set up there, and Eshun almost made them pay and almost made it 2-all. Opportunity here for Fellows. Just can't quite keep that one in. Joy. Deflection, and that'll be a corner on the other side this time for City. We've got about 20 minutes to go in this second half. Launceston United 1, Launceston City 2. So City will be searching for another goal here to try and put this beyond United's reach. Humphrey sends it in. Dangerous position! Swaby! Terry Swaby with his second goal of the day, and he makes it 3-1. So, beautifully taken corner there by Humphrey, and Swaby rising above the United defence, just nodding that into the back of the net. It's 3-1. It's going to be a tough road back for United from here. But one thing we know about United on their home deck, very, very resilient, and certainly will be doing their best to pull that margin back. They've worked pretty hard today. Owusu. Deflection there off Reynolds. It'll be a City throw. Jashuro takes it quickly. Fellows. Back to Latinovic. He's shut down. Nice run there from Berlice. Turned over. Owusu. Nice run, David Owusu. Finds Kingsley Eshun in the centre. He's got Humphrey all over him. Opportunity here for Swaby. He's off on a run. Flags up. Fortunately for United. It could have gone from disaster to cataclysmic disaster if that had become 4-1. Not to be, though. The flag saved the day for United on that occasion. Short, Byard, Owusu. Got Woodland right there with him. It's been a good battle today. Owusu finds a little bit of space. Nicely done, David Owusu. Probably should have pulled the trigger then. Got shut down. City clear the area. Good example there. Owusu did all the hard work and probably just needed to get that shot away. Just that extra possession gave the City defenders time to get a boot in and clear it away. Byard. Turned it over. Swaby. Seen a fair bit of him in the last few minutes. I've heard that from Coach Shuley. Too many mistakes. Sort of dropped the bundle a little bit here, United, in the last couple of minutes under this pressure from City. Now the corner. This will be Humphrey, I'd imagine, will send this one in. Going to gather the ball now. Beautifully struck corner a little while ago from Will Humphrey and led to the last goal. So he's got Jack Bowman right in front of him, almost in his pocket. Certainly won't want to give him a run at it to elevate and nod that in. Here it comes. Latinovic is in a good spot. Ball beats everyone. Latinovic worked really hard there to get himself free, which he did, but the ball just carrying him and carrying the rest of the pack as well and heading out over the end line. Nash to Bauman. Fujishiro there. Fight a bit of pressure. Goes over Fellows' head. Choi. He's had a couple of good touches since he's come on. Back to Owusu. Plays it inboard to Spicer. He misses everyone in the blue shirt. Cleared away by the men in black. Bit heavy. Oh, Nash almost caught out of the area there. And that's an example there of that pressure Swaby provides, where he does chase back, chases very, very hard and puts that pressure on. See some strikers in that occasion, they'd go, oh no, that's going to the keeper and I won't get there. But Terry Swaby knows from past experience that bit of extra work can sometimes yield dividends. And we've seen that on quite a few occasions. I remember one occasion last year when we covered the South Hobart fixture up at Prospect, just that work rate and something pretty innocuous, a back pass from South Hobart, and Swaby's pressure led to him scoring a terrific goal. And that was a great night for City because they defeated South Hobart and it would be fair to say put an end to their title hopes at a time when they were top of the table. Back here at Birch Avenue, United have got it all to do. Short. Going to get it back. He's worked really hard, Short. I really like how he goes about it. Ball headed in there. Humphrey. Choi. Keeps it in. Just. Got Fellows in front of him. Gets around him. Goes back to Byard. He's kicked it to green grass. Bauman, of the Dalton variety, tries to get on the end of that. But Fujishiro's going to come away with it for City. He's got a runner next to him. Goes outside rather than inside. It's Swaby. Probably gone back the other way, I reckon. I reckon that was a better option because Bauman had that one covered on the angles. You could perhaps see that on the camera. Whereas if it had gone the other way, he had an opportunity to find a teammate who didn't have that pressure on him. Ball comes in. Low check. Tapped in. There was a little bit of a concern there that that ball might have been out. But no, and for arguing his case, Jack Bauman's gone into the book. So Luck's a fortune there for City. Max Rawlings, I think that was. Play sort of stopped. It gave the impression that the ball might have been out and a goal kick, but not the case. And it's 4-1. Spicer actually having a discussion with the referee still about that one. I do think the United defenders just stopped, didn't play the whistle, and thought that the ball was out. Unfortunately for them it wasn't, and they find themselves another goal down. So it's been a goal flurry here in the second half for City after opening the scoring 1-0. United equalising just in the shadows of half time. Headed into the sheds at 1-1, and this half City have found 3 extra goals. That one's on the roof of the club rooms. Terry Swaby with a brace. And Max Rawlings, and we also had Shadow Fujishiro with a deflection off a United player in the box, but I'll mention Fujishiro because it was a great piece of play where he pulled that ball down from the corner and struck it beautifully. One touch, and as I said, it was a deflection. Referees found another of a descent, and he's off. Jack Bauman's obviously had a bit to say there. Second yellow card, and he's got himself an early shower. So the day going from bad to worse for United. Jack Bauman, very important player to them. Let's just stop while he's leaving the arena. Second yellow card. Both for dissent. He's a hard but fair player, Jack. And so important to them back there. So that not only will leave a bit of a hole for the remaining 10-15 minutes or so today, but I'd suspect there'll be obviously being sent off. He'll also miss next week as well. So City searching for another one. Up 4-1 at the moment. Ball curled in. Lands on the top netting. Nice sized crowd here at Birch Avenue. As I said, we've got the women's fixture up next. Launceston United playing Taroona. City away here and another run forward. Swaby, deflection off Spicer. Wusu. Little flick. Fellows for City. Wusu wins it back, but coughs it up. The Wojcik. Humphrey sends Hashimoto on a run down the sideline against Reynolds. Both fairly pacey players, but the sideline was the winner on that occasion. I think he had a bit of wind behind it as well. United searching for one. Although I'd suspect at this stage of the game, just for pride, the mountain is fairly high to come back and climb. Down 4-1, and we'll only have probably another 10-15 minutes left. So need to do a bit of work. Opportunity there for City. It's at the wrong end for United anyway. They find it difficult to score at that end of the ground. I think if you were summing City's performance up today, you'd say they've got the job done after a bit of a lethargic first half, and I thought that was full credit to Launceston United there. They did work really, really hard. I thought to take City's game away from them, but as is often the case, when class is concerned, it rises to the top, and that's certainly what's happened in this second half. They're a classy outfit, City, and would certainly be keen to make sure they leave here with the full complement of points as they continue their bid to bring the silverware north to Launceston. Certainly stands them in pretty good stead, and they know that in a few weeks they've got an absolute cracker of a clash that I'm really looking forward to up at their home pitch, where they host South Hobart, where that'll be a really, really important battle in this title race between the current leaders and the current second place side. The leaders being South Hobart by a point, and City sitting in second. Choi. Nice little run from Choi there, creates an opportunity. Clark's up to it though and gathers that one. Now sends Riley Fellows on his way down this near side. Short tries to shut that down. Fellows breezes around him. He got help. Burlees. Back to Fellows. Rawlings falls at the crucial time. And Choi's on his way on a bit of a run. Found a Wusu in the middle. Black shirts all around him. Shut him down. Short. He was looking for Reynolds on that far side, but that was nicely chopped out there by Kazuki Hashimoto. Impressed with his game today. Hashimoto on a run! Deflection. And that's gone into the back of the net. So raining goals here for City. Beautiful run there from Hashimoto. Struck it powerfully and hit a United defender and rolled into the back of the net to make it 5-1. Mass substitutions going on here. Commentator's nightmare as I've got to try and see all these changes. Will Crawford comes on. David Wojcik's off. Martinovic is off. That wind coming through the effects mic.
Danny will get a goal here, Danny.
Joy. Shut down by Woodland. For Jasuro off on a run. Spicer tries to hold him up by grabbing his shirt. That's not going to work. Swaby flags up. Offside. Shane Egan also on for Daniel Martinovic. I said big raft of changes there. I just noticed Mitch Lockhart on for United as well. Ball's about to come to him. Leading Swaby in the race, although Swaby's mowed that distance down. Swaby forces a save there from Nash, who parries that one away. Deny Swaby his hat-trick. Approaching the end of regulation time. Launceston City 5, Launceston United 1. Wing strengthening. We've got the WSL game coming to you next. Launceston United versus Taroona, so make sure you hang around for that one. Taroona having a tough year, whereas United have done some good things. Last fixture we covered for them down here, South Hobart got the better of them, but South Hobart in a purple patch of form. Only just went down to Devonport in an absolute cracking encounter in the last round. Opportunity here again for City. In the shadows of the post. Referee said that's not legal, David. It's gone into the book. Owusu arguing his case, thought he got the ball there rather than the player. But the referee disagreeing with him. Ben Belize probably also taking a different view. And that means Bill Humphrey's going to take a free kick just outside the box. Nash directing traffic on the goal line. Certainly doesn't want to give another one up. United got their wall set up there. Beautifully struck. Ball bobbling around. He's tapped it into the back of the net. Flag stays down. 6-1. Nicely taken free kick on that occasion by Humphrey. Weaved it through the wall. Max Rawlings with his second of the day. And that's just really, really dangerous in that sort of position where you get that deflection and the ball's just bobbling around. Players lose line of sight of it, and Rawlings was up to it and put that one into the net. A couple of substitutions here from United. Kingsley Eshwin and David Owusu coming off. Joel Digney and Flynn Austin onto the paddock. The last couple of minutes we've just ticked over 90, so time added on. There'll be a little bit, I'd suspect, with a couple of stoppages for injuries, and obviously the onslaught of City goals that now stand at 6-1. Opportunity here for Choi. Nice little run. He's certainly been busy today as that man Sung Ung Choi. Substitute came on at half time and certainly been giving his best efforts to get United back into this one. Shimodo. Woodland in the centre of the park. Spicer upended. There'll be a card here, I'd suggest, for Jack Woodland, and there is. Referee's not finished putting that one in the book there yet. Just calls it back. So I'd probably say it's been a bit of a case of the scoreboard not telling the full story of today. Readers would look at this online or in the newspaper tomorrow and say, oh yeah, 6-1. But United certainly in this game for a big part of certainly that first half and a bit. But the last 15 minutes or so, it's certainly been all City and playing a man short as well, United, with a 2 yellow cards and resulting send-off of Jack Bauman. Referee just telling Dalton Bauman to take things nice and easy. Shane Egan sends that one wide. He's got Hashimoto there. He's going to keep that in, is he? Yes, he is. Nicely done. Hashimoto cuts inside, changing the angle again. Clever. Oh, just trying to clear that area, blast it out of there. Fellows, upended. Rawlings, he's got a brace. And again, just that example of what I was talking about earlier, that ability to develop these young players. Played a good game for them up at Prospect the last time we were up there. And he's certainly been really, really good since he came on today. And 2 goals to his tally. Egan runs into Choi. Woodland comes into it. Clark, ball at foot. Finds Hashimoto on the far side. He's got a teammate there in Crawford, a new man on the pitch a little while ago. Back to Hashimoto. Crawford cuts inside, looking for something. Oh, Fujishiro just couldn't control that. He runs to the right spots, Fujishiro, doesn't he? He just has a nice sense around the goals. We saw that work he did off a free kick gave them the lead to when they were 1-1 after half time. Nash. And that's the final whistle. So City find their way back on the winner's sheet after the disappointment of their Hobart trip last week. They've certainly comprehensively outplayed Launceston United after what was a very, very tight and entertaining first half. The final score, Launceston City 6, Launceston United 1. I will quickly just run through the goal scorers for you. Terry Swaby and Max Rawlings with a brace each. Kazuki Hashimoto set one up and had a deflection, as did Shota Fujishiro. And for United, Charles Reynolds was their goal scorer just on the shadow of half-time. So a game of two halves is probably the best way to sum today up. United were very, very brave and worked really hard to get themselves back into it in that first half. And things were still close until early into the second half, where a deflection off a Fujishiro shot on goal gave City the lead, but the last 20 minutes were all City as they hammered the United goal, and they'll leave here today with a 6-1 victory. So it's Rob Soward, Birch Avenue, signing off on this one. We'll hear from the coaches shortly, but Launceston City getting the chocolates today, 6-1 in an important win for them as they maintain their battle for the NPL title. I'll sign off, and as I said, we've got the women's game coming to you shortly.